Hello, this is John from MyBurnOnGames.com. It's Saturday, September 24th, 2016, and I'm going to play Black Belt on the Sega Master System. Now, Black Belt was originally released in Japan in 1986 as Hokuto no Ken. It was the first entry in the Fist of the North Star series based on the then popular anime and manga Hokuto no Ken, known as Fist of the North Star outside of Japan. The series, I don't believe, had made its debut outside of Japan, which explains why this game lost that branding when it released in North America, South America, Europe, pretty much everywhere else. Sega did make a sequel to this game, and same thing happened with it. There was a sequel on the Genesis, and in North America at least it was known as Last Battle. There are significant differences between the two versions of this game, between the Japanese and non-Japanese versions, and Kurt Kalata over at Hardcore Gaming 101 did a great write-up comparison between the two, going through stage by stage and elaborating on those differences. It was a very enlightening read. Now, I'm not very familiar with the manga or the anime. I do know that there have been subsequent games in the series, and some coming over stateside with the Fist of the North Star branding. But this is one of the key elements of the game, or key elements of the manga and anime, is the protagonist, Kenshiro, just punches people until they explode, and that thankfully was kept in this version of the game. This was released in '86. It did come out in North America in November of '86, so it was just after the debut of the system itself. Online, a lot of people compared this to Irem's Kung Fu. I haven't played that. I haven't played much of it, at least. So I can't say for sure how closely it skews to that game. I will say it's a lot like Russian Attack. That's a game I have much more experience with. This is just a real simple, prototypical beat-em-up. Not easy, but not terribly difficult. I'm going to play through the game using a cheat code. I'm going to set myself up to have infinite lives. By entering a cheat code, I'll hold 1 at the title screen and hold down the reset button at just the right part. But before I get into it, and before I try that, I just want to read through the manual just to see how the North American version was set up, how the backstory was presented. So, what's happening? Kyoko, your beautiful Japanese girlfriend, has gotten herself into a beautiful Japanese mess. In order to rescue her, you must first get through a tireless army of enemies. They're mean, they're like machines, and some of them are armed with whips, knives, swords, even flamethrowers. Plus, your arch-rival, Wang, is a skilled master as you are. Fight smart and fight hard. Your only weapon is your well-trained, fine-tuned martial arts body. So who's who? Next section. You're Ricky, the good guy in the white gi. Everyone else is the enemy. There are little guys, like Chinese kung fu men, wrestlers, jujitsu men in red, the eagles, the ninja, and the dark women. Then there are the big guys, like Ryu, a kung fu master, Hawk, a whip and knife slinger, Gonta, the jujitsu man in black, Oni, the ninja with the red whip and red sword, Rita, the flamethrower, and finally, Wang, the kung fu master with the same training as yours. They all have their own special strengths and their own personal weaknesses. Try to avoid the strengths and attack the weaknesses to give yourself a fighting chance to come out on top. It's like the next few pages go and explain the stage progression, the controls, the heads-up display, give scores, time bonus, helpful hints, scorebooks, so just standard stuff, warranty. But anyways, I'm Ricky. I'm trying to rescue Kyoko, my beautiful girlfriend, from these dastardly dudes, and I'm going to punch and kick them into submission to do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and hold the 1 button, and I need to press reset as that transitions to black. It looks like I successfully did it because it kind of glitched out there. I've got infinite lives. So, this game has 6 chapters, and we're going to go ahead and do chapter 1. And this is features a little bit of graphical glitches right there, but they will fade away as I keep going. So here I'm fighting little Chinese men. There's a power-up flying through. I think it is the Japanese symbol for power, which whenever I collect it, I am invincible for 9 hits. I can take 9 hits without losing any health. And there is some flying sushi, which that just simply restores my health. And that's pretty much it for the power-ups. They'll fly across the screen occasionally. I've got punches and kicks, and whenever I land them on these enemies, they just blow to bits. Very entertaining. I'm really glad they kept that in there. That's just cool. But yeah, this game is, you know, on a linear 2D plane. I can't go up or into the screen. I'm just walking left or right. Enemies are coming at me from both sides. Sometimes they jump. They do get tougher. And I will fight some mini bosses before capping off the stage with a proper boss fight. I did play through this, and you know, it's a fine game. It's not great. It's not, you know, terrible. It's not the worst thing I've played. Had I not taken an interest in the Master System and playing through these games, I probably wouldn't have devoted much time to it. But since I, you know, saw, okay, this looks like it's going to be a quick game. It looks like there's, you know, infinite lives, cheat. I can probably beat it, and sure enough, I did wind up beating it. It's like, okay, I can do a video for this. I can play this and beat it. Okay, so now we're getting to where we're not seeing any graphical glitches. And like I said at the top, you know, the Hokuto no Ken version of this game and the Black Belt version of this game are somewhat different. Stages are completely different. The actual progression is not really different, but I think that game, the second stage, has some actual platforming, whereas the Western release or non-Japanese release of this game is all just flat 2D plane. Okay, so now I'm fighting a mini boss, and I can take them out pretty good. I missed that power up, but so be it. And I did not explain it, but if you look in the bottom left of the video, I have got both box arts for this game alternating. Whenever I did Ghostbusters, I was able to toy around with OBS and realize, oh hey, I can put images in there. I'm going to put a box art in there. And so now this time I made a GIF of the various box arts for this game. Of course, the Japanese release was the distinctive gold box release for the, I think it's called the Mark System 3, something like that in Japan. That's what the Master System equivalent was known as. And then, of course, the typical Master System box art outside of Japan was that graph paper box art with a crudely drawn image inset into it. And that was the same for, you know, the North American, the European, the South American box arts for the game. So I didn't bother putting more than one version of that in there. I do believe this game had a South Korean release that featured a again, another unique box art, but I could find very little information of it on the internet or a high quality scan, so I just left these two designs in my GIF. So it is what it is. I thought it's cool. Let me know what you think, if I should just do a still image or keep doing GIFs like that. That, I think, was the... No, that wasn't the boss. Here's the boss. Ryu. Each boss takes a different strategy to beat, and I was really struggling on some of them. The standard fodder enemies of this game, the actual stages, aren't too difficult, but these bosses can be challenging. The hair-pullingly difficult. I'm not going to beat him yet. Okay, and there are, you know, different strategies for each of these. The manual kind of alludes to that, but it doesn't really tell you. Sega of America did send out some hint newsletters back in the day, and Sega Retro, which has become just an invaluable resource for me as I play these Master System games. They have a scan of it, and it it goes into detail on how to defeat each of these final bosses. I really love they kept that. That's just awesome. And then there is a FAQ for this on GameFAQs, and that has been of assistance as well. Who wrote that? Let me give a shout out to Ed with Games. Thank you for producing a FAQ for this game, a guide for this game. Get into these jumping enemies, these gosh darn jumping enemies. Oh yeah, that would be helpful. So, the first time I started playing this game last night, I didn't know about the cheat code, and I was actually able to make it a couple stages into the game before losing all my lives. I think I just got bored with it. I think Jenny was doing something, so I thought I'd just put this down. I'd seen enough. I knew what to expect. But the later stage of the game, it's you have to have a guide. There's one boss in particular that if you did not have a guide, there's slim chance you would know how to beat it. You have to... Ah, jeez, this guy. You have to hit her with a set of moves in a specific order. And it would be real bad case of trial and error trying to do it. Man, this guy is... Okay, golly. He was stealing my lunch money. Okay, let me see if I can build my health back up. Utilize this pickup. And even when you realize the order of moves and what moves you have to pull off to defeat her, still tough. Still tough to actually execute the pattern. Because, you know, at the same time she's attacking you. Looks like I can't get necessarily close enough to punch this guy, so I'm just gonna kick him with my feet. Which I guess, what else would I be kicking him with? My hands? You can't kick someone with your hands, can you? Ah, getting too close. Okay, so that's it for Chapter 2. This should be a quick game. And this guy, I swear this is like a Captain Rainbow stage. Hawk, he's throwing these boomerang weapons. Oh! Of course, he's not difficult. Say that. I'm gonna be so disappointed if I lose. Oh, wow. That was too close. Still got him. So that's Chapter 2. We're basically a third through the game now. Take a minute to stretch. Okay, Chapter 3. Oh, these guys are much faster. But they are no match for my fists or my feet. Yeah, besides being related to the Hokuto no Ken, the Fist of the North Star brand, license, whatever, this game is also notable being one of the first games that Yuji Naka worked on. Yuji Naka, of course, most known for his involvement with the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and for me personally, the Phantasy Star Online series, as well as, you know, a host of many other Sega games. He was Sega pioneer, video game pioneer. Don't even need that help, do I? I'm really doing good this stage. Let's see if it'll carry over into the final boss fight for this stage, which I'm already there. Okay, we're fighting Gonta. It looks like a sumo man. Remember I first played through there, somehow I got him in like a glitch over here, because this guy really wrecks me. As I was saying, I got him in a glitch somewhere over against that wall where I just started... He got stuck like mid-air and just... I was able to punch the crap out of him. Okay, yeah, looks like this is it. Okay, I guess he wasn't stuck in the air. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, I actually have to punch him to defeat him. And that's another thing that made the that one boss, I think the boss of the 5th chapter, so difficult is not only did you have to land hits in a specific order, you had to then defeat her with a specific move at a specific moment. I eventually figured it out, but it took many tries. So, what's in store for Chapter 4? Fight Ninja. Oh, I think this stage, yeah. This stage introduces flying enemies, but I'm not going to bother with flying enemies. At first, I needed that. At first, I really focused on destroying the flying enemies, but I realized I can pretty much just keep walking and they're either A, not going to touch me, or B, do a smidgen of damage. And by me jumping up and trying to destroy him, because that's the only way I can destroy him, I have to hit him mid-air, I was leaving myself vulnerable to all the ninja, who actually do some serious damage. So, once I started just ignoring the flying enemies, I did better. And here we are against this guy, this hooligan. And this one took me forever to beat. I have to land jump kicks, but I have to start kicking as I'm descending. If I kick while I'm going up, he'll move out of that kick animation and I won't land an attack. But whenever I do it properly, it's easy. I need that. I'm not gonna get it. No worries. Okay, is this okay? Another mini boss. Got a couple of buffoons here. They're getting me. Couldn't break away. The key with these guys is just focus on one of them and then take down the second guy. Whenever there's just one of them, it's not a difficult fight. Whenever they're both still active, it's just annoying. So I'm starting all over. There is no checkpoint like after defeating a boss. I don't think I'll make it this time. This is not a good session. That's fine. I was not doing good. That power-up should be flying by. Got it. And of course, I'm going to actually get struck like 9 times before I actually have a chance to use it or take advantage of it against this boss. But whatever, it keeps me alive a little longer. Oh, sweet. I do get to skip that first boss. Okay, guys, you are really annoying. You are so annoying. They start attacking me, I just can't break free, can't jump, can't do anything. Bad start, ugh. But I did get that, that's promising. And I'm really really starting to give it to these guys now. Untouched. Okay, that will come in handy then against these guys. Oh my gosh. Oh. Not good. I think the first time I fought those guys, I defeated them too. So it's real disheartening that they're giving me such trouble now. Ah, just barely missed it. I bet if I would have kicked, could have touched it. Thinking the best way to take these guys down is just to land jump kicks. Just like I was doing on that red ninja. And also, if I try and duck against those flying enemies, I still will get hit. So, that is not a viable option. I've found that walking forward is just the best way to do it. There's one. There's two. Don't think I'm actually landing kicks. I am stopping there. That one guy's shuriken. Okay, there we go. This should be easier. Now I can actually punch him and kick him. Sweet. Sushi. Food. Yes, please. Needed that. Okay, final boss. Does my health restore? I think it does. Okay, so this guy is also tricky. I have to counterattack him. I'm almost always going to get struck by him, but as long as I also land a hit, I will defeat him first. Sometimes easier said than done. Alright, so I'm basically 2 hits up on him. I should get this. Okay, it's still 2 hits up on him. Still 2 hits, liking it. Ah, see, just 1 hit up on him now. Got him. First try, too. That's nice. I like it. That was not so easy on my first try. That was a difficult fight to master the timing. Because as you notice, sometimes he'd punch me, but he'd be a little too far away, so I also wouldn't hit him. What I realized is in those instances, just push forward and punch. And the timing, I got just a little bit of timing to actually land those hits. By pushing forward, sometimes I would get close enough to damage him. And so now on this stage, my main enemy, my little enemy, are black women, or excuse me, dark women. So, this was, I don't know, a racially insensitive game? I don't know. What are dark women? What do they mean? But here I am fighting some flamethrower women. They can be tough. I actually have to fight 3 sets of them. These are the mini bosses for this stage. I have to fight them basically in 3 times. It took me a couple tries the first time, but once I got it down, they weren't difficult. And this stage does give me a lot of chances to get that power-up or food. Not a lot of chances to scratch my nose, though. would have gone for that food if I needed it. I did not need it, though. Oh, that was great. And I can jump over their flamethrower attack, but, I mean, they're pretty easy to defeat. I do need that, though. Gosh. Bouncing me back and forth. I need another power up. Give me the power up or some health. Come on, come on. Yeah. Not gonna get it. Okay, I'm not liking my odds here. Yeah. Okay. Not to fear. Getting out of there. Ah, you're fast. Ah, not where I want. I want to get you over here and just wail on you. Okay, one down. Okay, sweet. Back on a forward path. I like where my health's at. Could be better. Could have that power up, but could be worse. And now I'm thinking about it, I kind of wonder when Fist of the North Star did come outside of Japan, whenever it did release, at least here in the States. I'm sure it at least about the same time in, you know, North America and Europe. Come on, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ah! Sushi. Too close to the screen. I was not gonna be able to get it. End of stage. Alright, now this is the tough fight. This is against Rita. So first, there's her jumping attack. First hit I've got to land is a jumping attack, or jumping kick. Then I have to land a standing punch, low punch, and then a low kick. So now I need a low punch and a low kick. Trying to get this stuff lined up is so tough, especially whenever she does a crazy amount of damage. Okay. Oh man. I just need a low kick and then the finisher. Ah. Oh. She's got to do her flying kick and then I have to kick her. Ooh. She got me. I'm surprised I got that close though. That was really good for a first attempt. You know, really like a 20th attempt, but first attempt on this video. That's one little move I don't like that the bosses or the enemies can do. They can do kind of a little sidestep where they're invincible or they're not susceptible to my attacks for a while. I think that's chintzy. That's cheap. Jeez, I wish I had something like that. Couldn't tell if I landed a standing punch on her or not. No. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it this time. And also all this maneuvering around she does as soon as I get close, like, nope, 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 nope. It's like we're trying to play a game of tag. Okay, I've got to get this standing punch, got to get this ducking punch. Just need to avoid her attacks. You know, this is what I've found to be the best method of getting my attacks in, is just jumping in and coming at her from the air. Especially when doing a high kick, it gives her less, high jump gives her less time to counterattack. Or to move. Okay. So the FAQ on GameFAQs, Ed with GamesFAQ, it said I've got to do a jumping kick to finish her off, but I could swear that I was able to defeat her with just a normal kick. So that's what I'm going to try. Like I said, it seemed like it worked the first time I did it. But I think I also had more health. Remember, I tried it. Golly, get back here, come on. Just gotta get a low kick. You're not getting away. Got her. Oh. Yes. Okay, so that's chapter 5, and then chapter 6, there is no stage, so to speak, where I fight fodder enemy. It's just a boss fight against Wang, main man Wang. And there is kind of a cheap way to beat him, a way to cheese it. He is a tough boss fight. You can beat him otherwise. I wouldn't say I can beat him otherwise, just going normal punch, punch, kick, kick, all that stuff. Instead, I'm going to wait for him to come over here. He's most susceptible. Whenever he lands, did not get it. See, I mean, we'll just trade blows back and forth if I try and just punch and kick him and defeat him as you would normally defeat someone. But like I said, the way to cheese it is to kneel over in the left-hand corner. He's going to jump in, and then whenever I punch his legs, he'll kind of get frozen over in this corner. I think I need to remain kneeling, however, and then I can just go crazy on him. And also his attacks do considerably more than mine, which is partially why I can't go blow for blow against him. And he's really good at counterattacking. It seems like if I get a punch in, he's going to get one in. His is going to do more. If I get a kick in, he's going to get a kick in. And his is going to do more. Okay, so let me see if I can successfully execute this. I know what I need to do. I've done it. Man. I'm not getting it done. Not getting it done. Again, though, this boss does have a special way you have to finish him off. I have to finish him with a standing punch. So, I'm just going to let him take me out. Just reset the scene. Let's see, it's 35 minutes just about. I'm about to complete this game. So this is a short game. I know I saw a full playthrough on YouTube. Looked like it was maybe tool assisted, and it was just like 9 minutes. Oh, shoot. Almost got him all the way. I must have to get like another... So close. he'll have a little bit of health left whenever I have to get that final blow in. Okay, yeah, so see there, his health is maxed out, and there it is. A seizure-induced ending. Or I guess I should say seizure-inducing ending. Okay, so gonna get my bonus points, then we're gonna be treated to a special ending scene. And that's Black Belt. That's Hokuto no Ken. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that's Hokuto no Ken. That game's different. There's different stuff that happens. So I've rescued Kyoko. We're gonna walk to the right off the screen. You finally defeated the boss and temporarily brought peace. Man. You finally defeated the boss and temporarily brought peace to the world. Now, with the experience you've gained and Kyoko's love to sustain you, continue to battle onward to an even more rousing victory. And there is one more cheat. If I hold down 1 and 2 here and press up on the D-pad, I will start an optional Chapter 7. And this is just a boss rush mode. I can just fight the bosses in order. And I don't want to do that. I set out to beat this game, and thankfully I have. Now, granted, I did it with the use of a cheat code, but hey. If it's in the game, it's in the game. So, that does it for this playthrough, this Let's Play, this full playthrough of Black Belt for the Sega Master System. It's a fair game. Not that great, not terrible. Just okay. Don't know that I'd ever come back to it and replay it, now that I've beaten it. I think I've got my fill. But I've not got my fill of the Sega Master System. I do have more games lined up to play through. I've got a stack over to the right just off screen with some cherry-picked to play through next. So, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I do hope you come back to watch more videos. In closing, I am John from MyBrownGames.com. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on Twitter as John Engelman. That's JOHNENGELMAN. Once again, thanks for watching. Do come back. Bye-bye.